GetSportsFocus is presented by Dr. Ting Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery.
I knew with the transfer, him being a high-profile player coming into a high-profile program, us coming off a lot of his success, I knew there would be suspects out there that would say, oh, it was only for this reason or that reason. And I knew on paper what it might look like. I've been on the other side. I've been at programs where you've lost kids to other programs. Even here at Oak Grove, we've lost kids to private schools during the school year. Not as eighth graders, which happens, but as freshmen, as sophomores. So I've been on both sides. So I understand what it feels like and I understand what it looks like. So I knew that there could be issues. I knew there would be people that would be talking stuff and saying things, but I also knew that everything was clean. I did not know the primary reason why Maurice was transferring until, I got to meet him more. I got to talk to his mom more. I got to talk to Jay Braun more. Then I really had a clear understanding. And honestly, I feel more for him as a person than I do even as looking as a coach in my own program. Absolutely he's a great addition to our program. Absolutely he could help our program. Absolutely there's great things we could do with him and have in store for him. There's no doubt about it. But at this point in time, it's more concern about the individual for me personally. I really do care about people. I do care about these young men. And I don't want to see anybody get hurt by any decision that's made by one person. So I knew there would be decisions made. I never thought it would be as drastic or take the time that it has to get the answer that it would. I didn't think we'd have to take these steps because every year there's stories. There's kids last year that transferred out. There's always kids that are moving. And, and in my thing, I understand the rules. I understand the integrity of the game. I understand the laws. But, on a scale of things, what do we have to gain by making decisions, hurt versus positive? So that's what threw me off a little bit was the decision and such a drastic decision to be made and with such drastic consequences to be made, based off of just one kid simply. He's coming to his homeschool. That's all it is. I talked to his mom. I asked her, "What if his homeschool is Andrew Hill? Would you still go there? Or what if it was another East Side school?" And she says, "Yeah, he would. It just happens to be his home school, and I've developed a much better understanding. So I care more about him now as a person than I do as, him feeling good and feeling right than I do for my own program or what he can contribute. Oak Grove football will go on with or without me. Oak Grove football will go on with or without Maurice or any other kid on this program. They've done great things before we got here, and they'll do great things after we leave. And Maurice Washington had his opportunities. I don't think him coming to Oak Grove is the defining moment of him getting scholarships or getting the big school. He's already got verbal offers from big schools, and he hasn't played one down here at Oak Grove. So I don't know by him coming here that's going to be, something that's going to benefit him more on a football perspective. Now, on a personal level and a support issue and a psychosocial issue, I think it's a great move for him, and he benefits from that. I am concerned because, if it is the death penalty where he has to sit out the whole year, what's to say that, he's got his senior year? Well, that's not guaranteed. So anything can happen between now and his senior year. God forbid something happens, his first week of practice his senior year where he has to miss his senior year. A high school kid only gets 40 games in his life. And you're talking about taking away 10 of those, so now he's down to 30 with the assumption that, he still might have his senior year, but there's no guarantees. And I know from my experience that, he could sit out 1 year and a college will still look favorable at him. But if he has to sit out 2 years because something happens, he could lose opportunities as a result. And, some people are in a situation, like myself included, where opportunities is part of life. When you want a new job, more money, better work environment, you go and seek that and you get that. But yet, as a young person, we punish them if they want to do that, if they want to go out and get a better life or a better opportunity. Some of us are not academically strong enough by themselves to get that academic scholarship. Some of us are not financially set to get an academic scholarship from a parent, so to speak. Like with my son, we're paying for a UC. That's $28,000 a year. Who can really afford that? Myself, that's how I got to college, was through athletics. And I know hundreds of people that was their ticket out. So, you know, at the state level decision, why can't athletics be a means for a kid to get a better opportunity to go somewhere? If he's in a low socioeconomic situation where he goes to a school where colleges just refuse to recognize that school just because of the level that they're playing at, why can't a kid have an opportunity to go somewhere to get a better opportunity, to give himself a better future, to give his family a better future? That's life. Always trying to gain better opportunities and move up the ladder, so to speak. Especially, you know, for certain minorities who already got cards stacked against them because of the world that we live in and the media that portrays them. Why can't we give them a better opportunity? So it's disheartening to think that, you know, one person can make such a big decision, and it's disheartening to think that that could be the outcome. But, you know, there's other channels, and life will go on, and the good Lord looking down and protecting us will see fit what's best for all of us, and he'll protect us. I do believe that.